Caitlin Clark is clearly the most valuable player in the history of the WNBA. She's clearly the best rookie the WNBA has ever seen. She's clearly the rookie of the year in the WNBA halfway through. But now they want to point you to box scores. And Angel Reese, she's making history.
What the WNBA is pulling right now with Caitlin Clark is completely wild. They're literally going out of their way to downplay what she's bringing to the table. Jason Whitlock has been calling this out, and honestly, he's spot on.
Can you kind of flagrant? Did you feel like that?
The basketball play.
Yeah. Did you feel like that was the appropriate call or more?
The basketball play. I can't control the refs. They affected the game obviously a lot tonight. So.
But did look at it like you were going for the ball.
I mean, I'm always going for the ball, but y'all gonna play that clip 20 times before Monday?
Look at what's happening here. The league is bending over backwards to make sure Caitlin doesn't get too much shine. They want to prop up other players instead. And yeah, you can probably guess why. Players like Angel Reese and Brianna Stewart have been complaining non-stop about the media attention. Their whole argument is that the crazy viewership numbers and merchandise sales aren't because of one person. They're saying it's a team effort that started with the older generation, and now the current players are carrying it forward. Sure, Caitlin might be leading the charge, but plenty of others deserve recognition too. Okay, I get their point, but let's talk facts here. It's not some random coincidence that every single record-breaking moment has Caitlin's fingerprints all over it. Out of all the most watched games this season, only one didn't feature Clark, and that was Minnesota Lynx versus New York Liberty back in May. Yet somehow the WNBA acts like she's not changing everything. Speaking of Angel Reese, there was this really ugly moment between her and Caitlin recently. Reese came charging from behind while her teammate Isabel Harrison was also going for the ball. The former LSU player looked like she was trying to block, but instead smacked Clark right in the head. The refs called it a personal foul first, then after reviewing it they bumped it up to flagrant one. Now sure, basketball is physical and stuff like this happens all the time, but with it being Caitlin, a lot of people thought Angel crossed the line on purpose. Reese though, she acted like she did absolutely nothing wrong.
I mean, that's clearly a foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter.
You could see in her interview after the game that she was completely fed up with how the media treats Caitlin. Plus, she was really ticked off at the referees, who she thinks give Caitlin special treatment. Skip Bayless was absolutely livid about Angel's flagrant foul. He straight up said it wasn't even a basketball move and called her bitter. Think about it, if this happened in the NBA, that player would probably be sitting out games. But the WNBA did absolutely nothing. Maybe they were shielding Angel while throwing Caitlin under the bus. Then you had another sketchy incident when Angel's teammate Kennedy Carter took a dirty shot at Caitlin.
That's not basketball. Angel Reese getting tangled up? Yeah. Angel Reese trying to block her out and she hip checks her to the ground? Yes, that's basketball. That's bull jive. That's bush league. Now, you woman enough to check the woman and she ain't got the ball, but you ain't woman enough to answer questions?
After that whole mess, Kennedy wouldn't even talk about Caitlin to reporters. The incident was so bad that Shannon Sharp went off on WNBA players for going after Caitlin like this.
Unbelievable. No one knows who had the record for 9 straight. No one cares. No one. Who has the record, even in the NBA? Do we have any clue who's had the most consecutive double-doubles? It's a distinction. It's not a record. They're trying to draw a box score person.
Here's the thing though, in the NBA players definitely target each other, but it's more competitive than malicious. Young rookies want to posterize LeBron James because that would be an incredible highlight for their career. When Wembanyama entered the league, everyone wanted to dunk on him because it would look amazing. But players don't actually try to hurt or injure each other, which makes the women's treatment of Caitlin so bizarre. She's just out there playing basketball and not causing any drama. The WNBA though, they're just watching from the sidelines doing nothing to protect her. When cheap shots happen in the NBA, that player is getting suspended guaranteed. Can you imagine how many games Draymond Green would miss if he randomly hit someone like Luka Doncic or Wembanyama for no reason? But once again, the WNBA did nothing to Kennedy Carter, even though she was clearly trying to hurt Caitlin intentionally. That's definitely suspicious behavior. It's like they're desperately trying to prove they're not giving Caitlyn any special treatment. Fever head coach Christy Sides has been speaking up about what she sees as unfair treatment toward Caitlyn. She argues that officials are singling out the young star. Caitlyn has said the same thing, stating, "I think everybody is physical with me. They get away with things that probably other people don't get away with." It's tough, but that's just the reality of the situation. Even with all the rough treatment and obstacles, Caitlyn's determination hasn't wavered at all. When reigning league MVP Brianna Stewart was asked about concerns regarding Clark's treatment and the WNBA's physical nature, she said, "This is the best league in the world. No one is gonna give you anything easy. The fastest, the strongest, the quickest. That's why this is the WNBA. Continue to pay attention to what we do." As the #1 overall pick and frontrunner for Rookie of the Year, Clark definitely gets more defensive focus than most young players. According to Stewart, this kind of physical welcome to the league is completely normal. Another way the WNBA has been unfair to Caitlyn is by suddenly promoting records that nobody cared about before. Perfect example is Angel Reese's recent double-double streak.
You claim you want the women's game to grow, and then you keep the most popular girl in women's basketball off the team. How do you grow internationally and domestically if you don't put her on the U.S. team? It just makes the most sense. Sometimes you have to say, hey guys, this is bigger than the game.
Then Caitlyn got snubbed from the women's Olympic basketball team. It's like they were trying to keep the WNBA veterans happy and playing favorites. This decision shocked the entire basketball community. Michael Jordan, the Dream Team, famously used the Olympics to spread basketball around the world, and many people think the women's organization is screwing up by leaving Caitlyn out. Paul Pierce doesn't always have the smartest takes, but when he's the voice of reason that tells you everything about this situation.
I know what they're doing here with all this double-double talk. The only time I talk about double-double is when I'm at In-N-Out, okay? But the fact that they're doing this, it leads me to believe that there is an agenda to make sure that the CNC Shot Factory does not get that award.
It's almost like they don't want women's basketball to succeed. Everyone knows Caitlyn is the one bringing in the viewers. Clark being selected first overall helped push the WNBA draft to record-breaking TV ratings. The 2024 draft absolutely demolished previous viewership records. An average of 2.45 million people watched on ESPN, and it peaked at 3.09 million viewers. That number was 4 times higher than the 2023 draft, which averaged 57,002 viewers. The biggest audience before 2024 was in 2004, when Diana Taurasi went first overall from UConn. That 2004 draft averaged 601,000 viewers. But it seems like the WNBA is working overtime to push different storylines. Some people think they're doing this to manufacture competition. Everyone already knows Caitlyn is gonna win Rookie of the Year hands down, but by hyping up Angel's achievements, they can try to create drama. No matter how hard the WNBA works to downplay Caitlyn, everyone realizes she's going to be an all-time legend. As for Rookie of the Year, there really isn't any debate here. The former Iowa Hawkeye became the first WNBA rookie to ever record a triple-double, and she also became the first player in Fever history to get a triple-double and set the record for fastest triple-double. But that's not her only achievement. She became the fastest WNBA rookie to hit 100 points and 50 assists, doing it in just 8 games. That's exactly why the WNBA's treatment of Caitlyn makes no sense. She's dangerous in every aspect of the game, which is what makes her such a winner. Even when her shots aren't dropping, she can create plays for teammates or grab rebounds and dictate the game's pace. She's not some one-trick pony basketball player. No surprise she's dominated the league this fast. This season, Clark is putting up 16.1 points, 6.0 rebounds, and 7.4 assists per game. She leads all rookies in points and assists, and ranks 3rd in the entire league for assists. It's mind-blowing how quickly she's become one of the top playmakers in the WNBA. On top of everything else, she made the WNBA All-Star team and got more fan votes than any other player in the league. She clearly has massive support from the fans, which makes it even more frustrating when other WNBA people try to tear her down. Caitlyn has expressed her frustration about how much discussion focuses on drama instead of basketball. She thinks people should spend more time talking about what's actually happening during games rather than manufactured controversy and clickbait stories. Caitlyn is without question one of the biggest stars this sport has ever produced, and her fame has brought incredible attention. All that success has made some longtime WNBA fans and players jealous, feeling like Caitlyn doesn't deserve the spotlight she's gotten. She's had to deal with dirty fouls and plenty of rough treatment. Through all the obstacles though, Caitlyn's approach has been nothing but respectful and tough.